channel, to the Ultimate Racing League and our Wednesday evening championship. It's Beetlemania for League 2. This is actually, it's the second race of the night, but it's actually race 3. Race 2 had to be abandoned after the lobby decided to kick nearly every driver out. I think there was only about 2, maybe 3 left on track at the end of the race. So we decided not to rerun that one. So we just stuck with the 2 races. So we've just watched race 1. This is actually race 3, but it is the second race that we're going to be watching. You know what I'm on about. We're still in Japan, and we are at the Suzuka circuit. And as you can see, somebody switched all the lights out. Maybe they're trying to save on their electricity bill. I don't know, but it has got very dark, and all the lights have gone out. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So we'll have a look down the grid, shall we? And oh, I had the right view. Oh dear me, what am I doing? I'm doing it again, aren't I? What? There, making you all dizzy. Yeah. Right. So. On pole position after winning race 1 is Nigel. Slowpoke just behind him in second. Then we've got Declan in third. Viking is fourth. Rahamid is fifth on the grid. Then we've got Hodgie. Kian is seventh. Rossi is eighth. Fazer is ninth. Castuan 10th. And Sid the Sloth is 12th. And we've lost one. So I think it's Bendit. The Dutch guy. The new racer has not made it for race 3, unfortunately, so hopefully he'll be back next week. Maybe I've had some technical problems, we don't know. But Bendit not here for race 3, unfortunately. So we'll get this one underway. We will ask Nigel to take us across the line and down towards turn 1. We've got 3.6 miles ahead of us, 18 turns. Very famous track. The Suzuka track. So down towards turn 1 goes Nigel, followed by Slowpoke, Declan. Oh, there's a bit of lag on Declan's car there, but I hope that sorts itself out. But Declan sitting in third, already trying to put the pressure on Slowpoke. He's got Viking pushing him along. It's all going to get a bit touchy-feely, tighty-tighty in there through the S's. Not the best place to get friendly, but nevertheless it is racing. So Viking still in 4, so no real change up at the top at the minute. Rahamid in 5th, Hodgie 6th, Rossi 7th, then Kian, Fazer, Castuan and Sid the Sloth. So everybody lining up. Oh, Sid's not had the best of starts. Had a bit of a moment already, so he's off the pace, but the rest of the pack are all there. We've had a change up at the top. Let's have a quick look. It's Declan. Let's have a look at Declan. We've got Nigel in P1 with Slowpoke just behind him, and then Declan in third. Oh, Declan, well, he's on a mission, isn't he? He's on the medium tyres as well as we go around turns 8 and 9. Declan got a much better exit and decided he's going to get into P2. Oh, a bit of lag coming off Slowpoke there. We didn't see that before. But Declan up into P2. Fantastic move from him. So Slowpoke having to drop into third and just sit behind Declan, although now he's decided he's going to come alongside him. So all the front 3 are on the medium tyres. Slowpoke trying to put the challenge on. Viking having a good sniff of the rear end of Slowpoke's car. He fancies his chances. He wants to get up onto the podium as well. There's Viking as they go through the back straight up towards 130R for the first time in this second race. Slowpoke's managed to get the overtake done. Goes very wide on the exit of 130R turn 15, but manages to come back on track safely, so we've not hit anybody. Declan and Viking go, where's the cap? Come on, cameraman, catch up. Yo, what is going on here? Well, let's just go back a little bit more, shall we? So Slowpoke comes, he gets alongside Declan, manages to get the move done. Viking decided he's going to follow through, he followed he followed Viking followed Slowpoke through. Oh, and then Declan and Viking getting a bit up close and personal. Oh, twice around. I am going to have another look. I was still chuckling from the following through, so let's just have a look. Like I said, it all got very touchy-feely. I think there was a bit of a bumper kiss there from Declan on Viking. They come out of Casio Triangle, and then I'm not sure, I think Viking might have just had a bit of a touch on Declan's rear quarter there. Well, I don't know, if it gets reported, we'll let the steward sort that one out, but unfortunately Declan now finds himself all the way down in 10th. So back up to the top there, Niggle starting to open up a bit of a gap now after all that shenanigans that was taking place at Casio Triangle. Niggle managed to stay out of the way of it. Slowpoke just managed to avoid all of that as well, so he was able to get away. Viking, he's coming on through. I don't think he even realised if he did touch Declan. He probably wouldn't have realised. I don't know, otherwise I'm absolutely convinced Viking would have pulled over and let Declan have the place back, but he probably didn't know. There probably might not have even been any contact. I'm not going to go into it in any details for a steward to do that. So currently Viking in P3, and he's trying to put the pressure on Slowpoke. Let's go on board with Viking as we go around turn 11, which is the hairpin, and Slowpoke gets a decent exit out of there. Viking having to just slot in behind him again, and Viking on the soft tyres, so he is going to have the advantage over Slowpoke. All the while these guys are battling. Niggle is just getting a little bit further away as Viking desperately trying to find a gap past Slowpoke, and there we go, we're on it, we're on the back straight, which means Viking's got the advantage now tyre wise. These two still side by side, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, they are. Slowpoke just backing out as they reach turn 15. So Viking now moves up into P2 with Slowpoke dropping behind into third. Grahamid is in fourth. Grahamid on the soft tyres as well, so Slowpoke is really open to attack now on the harder compound tyres. So Grahamid is going to be having a look at having a bit of a go as well, getting himself onto the podium. Hodgie down in fifth with Rossi just behind him. Both of those guys on the soft tyres as well, so they'll be thinking about a podium also. Phaser in 7 with Castuan and Kean 8th and 9th. Then we've got Declan. Well, he's going to have to do the recovery race of his life if he wants to get back up there and get some decent points after coming off at the chicane and then sit down in 11th. He's still going, which is why we love him so much. So Niggle out in front, and well, on his own really. He's for now anyway, he's on his own and looking comfortable, although Viking looks like he's on a proper mission, and in the back of his mind he's going to fancy himself for the win. So we'll keep an eye on Viking. He is on the softer tyres, and let's have a look at the time, shall we? I know we're only on lap 3, but Viking's running a 2:02 for lap 2, and Niggle did a 2:03, so Viking definitely the quicker of the two. Slowpoke a 2:04, so a lot slower than the two guys in front of him. Grahamid a 2:03, Hodgie 2:03, Rossi 2:03. So yeah, the softer tyres are definitely playing a big part in this race. As well, the cameraman just at that Casio Triangle, the cameraman just loves to sit there. He's probably just put the camera on and then he's gone off for a cigarette or a wee or something, I don't know, but he doesn't like to follow the cars through there, does he? Anyway, Viking still on a charge. the time coming down now. He's got the fastest lap at 2:01.8, so he really fancies his chances of winning this third race. Slowpoke hanging in there in third on the medium tyres. Mohammed still chasing him down. He's got Hodgie just behind him. Let's jump on board with Hodgie as we come through turn 6 into turn 7, which is Dunlop Curve, and then into Degnia. Down the hill they go through turn 8, and then immediately into this very sharp right-hander, which is turn 9, and then up to the hairpin. Now Hodgie has got Rossi all over him, so although he'll be looking and thinking about trying to make the move on Mohammed, trying to visualise where he's going to make that move, he's also going to have to do some defending against Rossi. Rossi always seems to come alive in the final races. Seems to be his thing this season on a Wednesday. He seems to save his best till last, and it's always race 3 that Rossi always makes his way to the front, so we're going to keep an eye on him as well. We are about halfway through now, just over halfway through, and I would imagine Rossi is going to be thinking about making his move soon and pushing himself up through the pack and up into a podium position. But oh, we've got a yellow flag. What? Oh, who was it? I think it was Viking. I think it was Viking from second place. Now then, let me get the right camera. I'm pressing all sorts of wrong buttons here. Let's have a look what was going on. Now Viking has managed to get himself right up next to Nigel, side by side, as they go up through the back stretch. Now what's happened here? As they approach turn 15, well, they are joined together, practically joined together, both trying to give each other a bit of room into that final turn. Oh, Viking he just got that wrong. There's not much more you can say about that. He just got on the grass, and as soon as you're on the grass, that's you done. There we go, on the AstroTurf. What a shame for Viking. He was absolutely flying as well. Nobody's fault there. He just caught the AstroTurf, and it spun him round. And where's that put him? It's put him down in 6th now, behind Rossi and Hodgie. What a shame for Viking. He was absolutely flying. Somebody who will be sighing a big sigh of relief will be Nigel, because that position was pretty much lost, I think, and if Viking hadn't have come off there, I think he definitely would have took P1 as they got on to the start-finish straight. So Nigel will be, as I say, big sigh of relief coming from him. He was under a lot of pressure then. It is now up to Slowpoke in P2 to try and make up some ground to catch up to Nigel. That's a big ask. He's got Hodgie all over the back of it. Hodgie in third. He's on the soft tyres, so Hodgie will be thinking about attacking Slowpoke as well now. Slowpoke doing everything he can to defend these corners, using every inch of the track. Hodgie, though, well, he's just lining him up, isn't he? He's just thinking about when he's going to make the move. The Slowpoke tries to take a tighter line through that hairpin. Who gets the best exit? Well, they all look pretty quick through there. Mohammed in 4th. He's just watching the two in front of him, letting them battle it out. Rossi still sitting there in 5th. We're still waiting for Rossi to make his move. We are just approaching the 10-minute mark, so 5 minutes to go. And the guys up at the front now starting to open up quite a bit of a gap. Viking, well, we saw what happened to Viking. He's down in 6th, and that's pretty much his race over with now. Kian in 7th. He's having a good battle with Declan, though. Declan made his way back up to 8th after coming off at Casio Triangle with that little tussle he had with Viking. So Declan in 8th. He's going to be challenging Kian for P7 as we follow through 130R. Declan, well, he's going left and right, isn't he? He's really trying to apply the pressure onto Kian Kian soaking it up at the minute. Around the final bend onto the start finish straight with what we're looking at for just over 4 minutes to go. Declan still behind Kian. Then we've got Fazer in 9th. He's on his own. Castrian also on his own with Sid. Well, a long way back is Sid at the minute. So back up to our race leader, and he's now looking very comfortable, is Nigel. The race is his to lose, as they say. Under no pressure whatsoever. Hodgie has managed to get by Slowpoke. Let's just see if we can see where that was. Oh, we're having to go back a long way. So apologies I missed that, but Hodgie on the softer compound tyres has managed to make the move on Slowpoke and move up into P2. So Slowpoke in P3, Grahamid in 4th, Rossi moved up to 5th. So a good little battle these three are having. Grahamid got a fantastic exit out of the hairpin. Now is he going to put the challenge in as they go through 200R turn 12 up towards the spoon. Slowpoke still holding on to 3rd, but only just, and surely it is only a matter of time before Grahamid makes his move. If he can get into the slipstream, Rossi's there as well. Rossi almost getting a double toe from the two guys in front of him. So up the hill they go towards turn 15. 3 minutes to go. Slowpoke still managing to hold on to P3 somehow. Graham tucked right underneath him. Is Rossi having a look? No. Rossi was going to have a bit of a look up the inside of Grahamid then. I think Rossi's getting frustrated now. He needs to get by the two guys in front of him. But they're not making it easy, are they? Whoa, what's happened to... Oh, wow. What's happened there? Hodgie was in... is in 2nd. Up to Cassio. Oh, and he's gone too deep. He just couldn't get the car slowed down. Now, Hodgie has made a complete hash of Cassio triangle. And good job he ghosted as well, because Slowpoke drove straight through him. That's an experience you don't want to have too often. So Slowpoke retakes P2. Hodgie drops to 3rd, and he's now coming under a pressure from Grahamid as they go into turn 1. Grahamid likewise coming under pressure from Rossi. Rossi has now decided it's time to make his move, and he is putting the pressure on Grahamid. Grahamid in turn putting the pressure on Hodgie, so these three now battling away. That's going to help Slowpoke. Hopefully he's going to be able to get away. We have 2 minutes exactly to go in this race. Hodgie now defending from Grahamid. Grahamid defending from Rossi. All the time Viking catching up to the back of these three as well. So Viking having a fantastic recovery. He's now up to 6th, but definitely looking at getting a little bit further up the grid is Grahamid. Viking. Grahamid though, well, he's managed to pull away from Rossi. Rossi didn't get the best of exits, did he, from turn turn 10. And that's allowed Viking to get up to him, and Viking makes the move at the hairpin. So fantastic move from Viking up into 5th. That pushes Rossi down to 6th. So Rossi not making the progress I thought he would. Viking now up to 5th. He's going to be lining Grahamid up. So good recovery from Viking really after that big spill just on the exit of turn 15. So great racing from Viking, and well, we are into the last minute, and he will be looking to make it up to P4. Up at the front though, Nigel looking very comfortable. He's in no danger at all. Slowpoke in P2, just managing to hold on to that from Hodgie after the mistake from Hodgie at Cassio Triangle on the last lap, but he's got around there successfully this time. Into the last 30 seconds. So we'll just leave these guys racing for a second, and we'll see if Kian and Fazer cross the line, start another lap. I think they will. Good battling from Fazer and Kian. Declan just coming around the final turn, across the line. So Declan and Castrian both will get another lap in. So it will be said that, well, no, I think everybody else is going to lap him. Sid may finish first, but well, we'll see in a minute, won't we? And just looking at the fastest lap, Viking has got a 2 minute dead, well, 2 minute 0.9, but we'll call it 2 minutes dead. So fantastic, fantastic race from Viking. Even though he's had that crash, he's got to be pleased with this result. I know he'll be kicking himself. He was up there challenging for the lead, but to make a recovery like that and get up into fourth, where is he? He is, I don't, will he take P3 from Hodgie? I don't know, think he's going to get that close, to be honest. Niggle out in front. He's just going to be coming up to lap Sid, but Niggle, I think the race is in the bag for Niggle. Slowpoke just holding on to P2. Hodgie, as he chases him up the hill for the final time into 130R. If Slowpoke can go around here successfully and into the chicane first, then he's going to take P2 again. And it is all about getting that car slowed down and getting through this chicane, and it looks like we've done it. So Niggle is going to cross the line to take the win. Well done to him. Slowpoke across the line in second, Hodgie third, Viking, great race from Viking in fourth, Rossi fifth, Mohammed sixth, Fazer, oh, he's having a bit of a touchy-feely session with Kian. Let's just go back and see. Well, they seem to go back a little bit further with these two. So Kian in seventh, they come around Spoon Curve, and Fazer looks like he's a lot quicker going around that turn. Kian was just a little bit out of sorts, couldn't quite get the car straightened up enough to get the power down. Fazer gets in the slipstream, pulls alongside. Kian's making Fazer go the long way round. Now as they take turn 15, oh, Fazer, well, Kian slammed the brakes on. I think he was going to let Fazer go through. Fazer went very, very wide. Came back on, and then it all gets a little bit out of control, doesn't it? And the pair of them eventually cross the line. Fazer 7th with Kian 8th. Declan will come home in 9th. Very unlucky for Declan early on in the race, and Castrian in 10th. So only 2 races for you all this evening because of the problems we had with the lobby crashing in race 2. Now, as I've said, Firepower will be taking over the commentary replays from next week for a while until Darren gets himself back and sorted. Next week, or should I say tomorrow's racing, will be at Yamigiwa. I think I'm saying that right. And as I say, Firepower will be doing the comms for that. So look out for that. Thanks for joining me, and I shall catch you all soon.